She knew how to teach, be a friend, and all the things in between. Mrs. Schmitz, my fourth grade teacher, was one of the most impactful teachers I ever had. It is very likely that all of you have had an outstanding teacher throughout your lifetime that has impacted your life in some way. Not only did my fourth grade teacher go above and beyond for her students inside the classroom, but she also attended numerous extracurricular activities for her students outside of the classroom as well. Being that young, I remember how exciting it was to see my teacher outside of our classroom. It was during that year that I knew I wanted to become a teacher someday, and that someday is happening right now thanks to her inspiration. She was a great friend, had high expectations for each of her students, and is and was inspiring in so many ways. Even though she was my teacher, she was someone that I knew I could trust like a friend. She was the most thoughtful and understanding teacher that I ever had. During morning work check, she would always have something sweet to say to me and the rest of her students. Whether it was that she liked my new haircut or a new outfit, she always recognized when something was different. Also, if I had somehow forgotten to do my homework, which was usually rare, she was very understanding because she knew that I always got my work in on time. We are also friends on Facebook. Mrs. Schmitz never fails to comment something sweet or inspiring on my posts about pursuing my degree in education any chance she gets. Through Facebook, I was able to contact her in high school about becoming my sponsor for the National Honor Society, which I was inducted into my junior year. She was honored and accepted my invitation as well as accompanied me at the induction ceremony. She always had high expectations for each of her students. She expected us to get our homework done every day. Every morning when we got to school, she would greet us at her desk during our homework check. By doing this, she would hold us accountable for the work assigned and make sure that we were staying on track. I rarely forgot to do my homework during that year because I always looked forward to her greeting during this time. When preparing for the MCAs, she would constantly remind us that we could do it no matter how hard it got. No one liked preparing for the MCAs. There was a lot of recap and long lessons with new content that we were forced to learn in a short time. Despite this, she always had a way to make it fun. We used manipulatives and made-up games that never got old. Mrs. Schmitz was and is inspiring in so many ways. She was one of the older fourth grade teachers. She proved us all wrong that thought that she might not be as fun because she was getting close to retiring. In fact, I think she was more fun because of it. Tennis was her favorite sport, and despite her age, she was always traveling to out-of-state tournaments. She was in great shape and inspired me to play tennis. She made teaching look fun. Being a teacher looked like so much fun. After school, I would play school with my friends with the extra worksheets she would send home with me that we didn't use throughout the day. I am now pursuing a degree in elementary inclusive education from the inspiration I got from each of my elementary school teachers. Overall, Mrs. Schmitz was one of my all-time favorite elementary school teachers. She was fun, yet always knew how to get us focused back to the lesson. I hope to be as great of a teacher someday as she was. She is a great teacher role model who I look up to highly. Her friendliness, her high expectations for each of her students, and the inspiration she gave to me to pursue my degree in education were just a few of the many attributes that I appreciate from her.